face me, please. Good afternoon. We're gathered here to unite Hannah Copeland and Samuel Brock in marriage. And by your presence, you celebrate with them the love that they have discovered in one another, and you pledge your support to their decision to commit themselves to each other for the rest of their lives. On behalf of Hannah and Samuel, I welcome and thank you for being here today to share in their joy during this most special moment in their lives. Now, who presents this woman to be married to this man? Thank you. This afternoon, we are here to celebrate love. Everyone can be seated. This afternoon, we are here to celebrate love. We come together to witness and proclaim the joining together of Hannah and Samuel in matrimony. Marriage is the union of two people in heart, mind, body, and spirit. It is not to be entered into lightly, but reverently, honestly, and deliberately. And it is into this union that Hannah and Samuel come now to be joined. We will now have readings that express the joy and love of this occasion from friends of Hannah and Sam. First, Laura Yankee.
The first reading will come from Romans 12, 9 through 12. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil, cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor, serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer.
Thank you, Lord. Zach Bartz.
The second reading will come from Colossians chapter 3, verses 14 through 17. And over all these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace. And be thankful. Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly, as you teach and admonish one another with all wisdom, through psalms, hymns, and songs of the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your hearts. And whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him.
Thank you. Samuel, you've chosen Hannah to be your lawfully wedded wife. Will you love and respect her? Will you be honest with her at all times? Will you stand by her through whatever may come? And Hannah, you've chosen Samuel to be your lawfully wedded husband. Will you love and respect him? Will you be honest with him at all times? And will you stand by him through whatever may come? Now, I would ask all of those in attendance, do you, the families and friends of Hannah and Samuel, give them your blessing and support and wish them a wonderful life together? If so, please answer, we do. Thank you. Now, Samuel and Hannah will be braiding 3 strands together into a single cord. Each strand has a significant meaning. The 3 strands represent God, Sam and his life, and Hannah and her life. In braiding these 3 strands together, Samuel and Hannah have demonstrated that their marriage is more than a joining of 2 lives together. It is a unity with God as well. They have chosen to have God to be at the center of their marriage, woven into every aspect of it. As we read in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9 through 12, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their work. If one falls down, his friend can help him up. But pity the man who falls and has no one to help him up. Also, if 2 lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, 2 can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. If you would please face one another and take each other's hands. Samuel, please repeat after me. I, Samuel Scott Brock, take you, Hannah Elizabeth Copeland, to be my lawfully wedded wife. I promise before these witnesses to be your loving and faithful husband, in plenty and want, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and health, as long as we both shall live. And Hannah, please repeat after me. I, Hannah Elizabeth Copeland, take you, Samuel Scott Brock, to be my lawfully wedded husband. I promise before these witnesses to be your loving and faithful wife, in plenty and want, in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and health, as long as we both shall live. Now, we have a ring. Samuel, place the ring on Hannah's left ring finger and repeat after me. In token and pledge of our constant faith and abiding love, with this ring I thee wed. You have Samuel's ring. And Hannah, place that ring on Samuel's left ring finger and repeat after me. In token and pledge of our constant faith and abiding love, with this ring I thee wed. May you keep this covenant which you've made. May you be a blessing and comfort to each other, share in each other's joys, console one another in your sorrows, and help each other through life. May you not only accept and give affection between yourselves, but also together have affection and consideration for others. By the powers vested in me by the laws of the state of Ohio, I declare that the two of you are now legally married, spouses for life. Best wishes to both of you. You may now seal your promises with a kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the honor and the pleasure to introduce to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Samuel and Hannah Brock.
About the days we were broke, not getting paid. And taking trips at that weekend when I would drop down to see her. We would paint the town. Too many shots I'd be passing on. Cause I could never keep up. What's now I'm puking open. I know I can tell you anything. You won't judge, you're just listening. Yeah, cause you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Cause my darling, you and I take over the world, one step at a time, just you and I, just you and I. Cause you're the only one who brings light just like the sun, one step at a time, just you and I, just you and I. I'm tired of chasing paper, staring at the screen, and saving up for weeks now. Just to get to you, my dear. I know you're far from my home. This ain't no weekend ride. No, my heart grows fonder. Must be city love. Is my darling, you and I take over the world, one step at a time. Just you and I. Cause my darling, you and I take over the world, one step at a time. Time
like baby wildfire. In your mind. God of mercy, Son of mine, I have surrendered to your design. Maybe it's all for free.